Namaskar. Today's topic of lecture is rank and nullity. Rank and nullity. So this is in the MSc Maths. This is for the MSc Maths first semester in the first paper linear algebra 1C first. So this topic comes under linear algebra and today's topic is rank and nullity. So we will see in today's lecture that definitions of rank and nullity and what is their interrelationship between rank and nullity. So first we see the definition of nullity of a transformation. Let Vf and V'f be two vector spaces and T be a linear transformation from V to V'. Then the set K of all those elements of V whose T images are identity 0' of V' is called the kernel of T and it is denoted by kernel T or K. And then the dimension of this kernel T is known as nullity of T and therefore kernel T equal to K, X belongs to V such that Tx equal to 0' belongs to V' and nullity of T, that is rho T or sigma T equal to dimension of the kernel T. In the previous lecture we have proved that nullity or kernel is a vector subspace of the vector space V. Therefore we can find its dimension and the dimension of kernel T is known as nullity of the T. Next we define rank of a linear transformation. Let T be a linear transformation from a vector space V to a vector space W. Then the range of T is the set of all vectors W in W such that there is a vector V in V with TV equal to W. The dimension of the range of T is known as rank of linear transformation. So again the range is also a subspace of W, so we can define the dimension of this range space and this dimension is known as rank of T, that is range space T equal to TV for all V belongs to V and rank of T is denoted by rho T. Here rank of T is this rho T and this is dimension RT. So the dimension of range space or RT is known as rank of the T. So now we are having a Sylvester law of nullity which will interconnect the rank and nullity of a linear transformation. So this is a theorem. This theorem is also known as rank and nullity theorem. So in this theorem, statement of this theorem is like, let T from V to W be a linear transformation and V be a finite dimensional vector space, then dimension of the range T plus dimension of the NT equal to dimension of the V or rho T plus V nu T equal to N. Here nullity is sigma, we have denoted by sigma or nu T and range is denoted by rho T. So sum of this is equal to N dimension of the V. Here the condition you must keep in the mind that V must be a finite dimension, otherwise this theorem we cannot obtain. So now we will see the proof of this rank and nullity theorem. So let dimension of the V equal to N and dimension of the NT, null space of T equal to R, and suppose that U1, U2, U3, UR is a basis of the NT. And since U1, U2, R is a linearly independent set in V, so we can extend this to form a basis of the V. So this U1, U2, R is a basis of NT and we have to extend this as a basis of V. Now a dimension of the V is N, so we obtain that add here UR plus 1, UR plus 2 and so on UN vectors in this basis and obtain this U1, U2, UR, UR plus 1 and so on UN. So this is a basis of the vector space V. We consider this as a basis of the vector space V. Then the range of T. We know that the range of T is the images of all the elements set. We know that the range of the T is the all the image point of the vector space V. So this range T we can write as a linear span of the L Tu1, Tu2 and so on Tun. So note, because U1, U2, Ur are the elements of the kernel, therefore Tu1 is 0, Tu2 is 0 and so on up to Tur we obtain the value 0, and after this we write this as Tur plus 1, Tur plus 2 and so on Tur. So this the linear span, we can leave the terms 0, 0. So this is the range space T is the linear span of the Tur plus 1, Tur plus 2 and so on Tun. So which is equivalent to showing that the range T is the span of the Tur plus 1, Tur plus 2 and Tun. So the range space is spanned by these vectors Tur plus 1, Tur plus 2 and so on Tun. Now we now prove that the set Tur plus 1, Tur plus 2 and so on Tun is a linearly independent set, and for this we choose, suppose that the set is linearly dependent, then there exist scalars alpha r plus 1, alpha r plus 2 and so on alpha n, not all 0, such that alpha r plus 1 Tur plus 1 plus alpha r plus 2 Tur plus 2 and alpha and Tun equal to 0. So because we have assumed that this set of vectors is linearly dependent, so these scalars, at least one of them should be non-zero, such that this linear combination is 0. Then we obtain that Tur plus 1 Tu by applying the linearity of the T. We can write this as T of the alpha r plus 1 Ur plus 1 plus alpha r plus 2 Ur plus 2 plus alpha n Un equal to 0, which is in turn that this image of this element is 0. Therefore this element should belongs to NT null space kernel of the T. That, and we know that kernel is spanned by L, U1, U2, Ur. So there exist the scalars alpha I varying from 1 to R, such that alpha r plus 1 Ur plus 1, alpha r plus 2 Ur plus 2 and so on alpha n Un equal to alpha 1 U1 plus alpha 2 U2 plus alpha r Ur. That is alpha r1 plus U1 plus alpha r plus Ur minus alpha, taking one side these elements, we obtain that this is alpha 1 U1 plus so on alpha r Ur minus alpha r plus 1 Ur plus 1 minus alpha n Un equal to 0. So we obtain this alpha 1 U1 plus alpha 2 U2 and so on alpha r Ur minus alpha r plus 1 Ur plus 1 minus alpha n Un. So which is a linear combination of the vectors U1, U2, Un, the which is basis of the V. Therefore all alpha I must be 0 for I varying from 1 to n, because this is a basis U1, U2, Un and which is independent set of vectors. So all these alpha I is 0. So in other words, we have shown that the set this Tur plus 1, Tur plus 2 and so on Tun is a basis of the range of T. So we obtained that this set Tur plus 1, Tur plus 2 and Tun spans range T and independent. Therefore this is a basis. So now the required result is following, that here the number of vectors are n minus r. Therefore rank T plus nullity T equal to sum of rank and nullity T equal to dimension of the V equal to n. So this is the proof of the rank and nullity theorem, that the sum of rank and nullity of any linear transformation is equal to dimension of the V, where V should be a finite dimensional vector space. Now applying this, the rank nullity theorem, we are having a corollary that tells us that let T is from V to V be a linear transformation on a finite dimensional vector space, then these three statements are equivalent. That T is 1 1, second one T is on 2, and third one T has an inverse. So we prove this. So first we assume that let dimension V equal to n and let T be 1 1. Then we will obtain the second result. That then now we have assumed that T be a 1 1, therefore dimension of the nt equal to 0, because the property of 1 1 mapping is that this mapping map 0 to 0 only, and no other map element map 0, therefore dimension of the nt equal to 0. Hence by now we apply the rank nullity theorem, that is dimension nt equal to 0, therefore dimension of the range t equal to n equal to dimension of the V. And also range t is a subspace of V, and range t equal to, therefore range t equal to 1, that is that t is on 2. So if we assume that t is 1 1, then we obtain that range t equal to 1, and therefore t is on 2. Next, suppose that t is on 2, then range t equal to V, and hence dimension of the range t equal to n, and therefore by the rank, then by again rank nullity theorem, that dimension of the nt equal to 0, that is t is a 1 1. So nt is a kernel is a 0 space, therefore t is a 1 1. Now we can assume that T is 1 1 and on 2, hence for every vector u in the range there is a unique vector v in the domain such that tv equal to u. Therefore for every u in the range we define T inverse u equal to v. So that is we have obtained that for each element we are having the pre-image, therefore T has an inverse. So this is the, let us now assume that T has an inverse, then it is clear that T is 1 1 and on 2. So if linear transformation T is 1 1 on 2, then we have obtained that T has an inverse, and on the converse part, that if T has an inverse, then obviously T is 1 1 and on 2. So this is the proof. So next we show the example that show that the mapping T from V to R to V3 R defined as TAB equal to T, sorry here T should not come, A plus B, A minus B and B. So this T should be omitted here. So TAB, we are defining the mapping TAB equal to A plus B, comma A minus B, B. So for this is a linear transformation from V to R to V3R, and find its rank and null space and nullity of the T. So we assume here that let alpha equal to A1 B1 and beta equal to A2 B2 belongs to V to R, then by definition of the T mapping, T alpha equal to T A1 B1 equal to A1 plus B1, comma A1 minus B1, B1, and T beta equal to A2 plus B2, comma A2 minus B2 and B2. So also let A comma B belongs to R, then we try this A alpha plus B beta belongs to VR, and we see the image of the T of the A alpha plus B beta and calculate these T of the A1 B1 plus B A2 B2, and after simplification we obtain this as A into A1 plus B1, A1 minus B1, B1 plus B into A2 plus B2, A2 minus B2 and B2. So this equal to A T alpha plus BT beta. So we have obtained that T of the A alpha plus B beta equal to A into T alpha plus BT beta. Therefore T is a linear transformation from V2R to V3R. Now V2R means the tuples or binary elements. So we take now 1 0 and 0 1 is a basis for V2R, and we are having the image of T1 0 equal to 1 plus 0 1 minus 0 0, which is 1 1 0, and T0 1 equal to 0 plus 1 0 minus 1 1 minus 1 1. So therefore T10 T01 span the range of T, and thus the range of T is the subspace of V3R spanned by the 1 1 0 and 1 minus 1 1. Now the vectors 1 1 0 1 minus 1 1 belongs to V3 are linearly independent, because if we take xy belongs to R and their here combination equal to 0, x 1 1 0 plus y 1 1 minus 1 0, and then after solving we obtained that x equal to 0 and y equal to 0. Therefore the vectors 1 1 0 and 1 minus 1 form a basis of the range of T. Hence the rank of T, that is dimension of range of T, equal to 2. So nullity of T equal to dimension of V2R minus rank T, and V2R की जो dimension है which is 2, therefore this 2 minus 2 equal to 0. Therefore null space of T must be the zero space of V2R. Otherwise, so we can see this in other way also. Let T AB belongs to null space then its image is A plus B, A minus B, B equal to 0. So after solving this we obtained this as 0 0 is the only element of the V2R which belongs to the null space of T. So by rank nullity theorem also we obtained the null space is a zero space, or in the another way also, that if we take AB belongs to null space of T, then we obtained this as a zero element. So null space of T is the zero subspace of the V2. So this is the lecture on rank and nullity and related theorem. For more detail you can see the textbook. So I am Dr. R.P. Somani, Associate Professor in Maths. Thank you.